afternoon, students. Today we'll start with the textbook, okay? Since we are done, maybe 95% of the grammar portion is completed, so I think now we should focus on the textbook. And I think it will be better if we begin with a text, that is a prose piece. So let us start chapter number 7, Glimpses of India. And since we don't need the first unit, so we'll begin with unit 2, that is the chapter titled Coorg. Okay, and the chapter Coorg is written by Lokesh Abrol. So before we begin the chapter, we should know what is Coorg and some ideas related to the title. So basically, Coorg is a province situated in Karnataka. Before 1956, it was a separate state in the southern part of India, okay? But after 1956, this Coorg state is merged with Mysore, and now it is the smallest district of Karnataka. So basically, Coorg is famous for tourism, okay? It attracts thousands and thousands of people because of its scenic beauty, because of its famous rainforests, coffee plantations and all. And here you can see the pictures popping up in your screen. These are the famous pictures taken by tourists during their visits. So this scenic beauty attracts all the tourists from across the world. Understood? And Coorg is basically famous for its rainforests and coffee plantations, and along with it spices. Okay, so let us start the chapter. In the very beginning of the chapter, we are told about the location of Coorg or Kodagu. Coorg is also known as Kodagu. Okay, so Coorg is situated midway between Mysore and Mangalore. Okay, it is the smallest district of Karnataka. Understood? So it is also said that this place is, we can say that it drifted away from heaven. What this means is that this place is so beautiful that we can say this is heaven on earth, or it is also known as the Scotland of India. Okay, as you have seen in the pictures, isn't it very beautiful? Okay, so and as I already told you about its scenic beauty, so you can easily understand that how and why it is called Scotland of India, or why the writer says that it drifted from heaven. Okay, then it also tells us that Coorg is inhabited by martial men, beautiful women and wild creatures. So martial man refers to the powerful man. Martial means related to war. Everybody knows that, isn't it? That martial men are powerful men. Then beautiful women and wild creatures. Wild creatures also refers to the fact that the people of Coorg supports wildlife. Okay, since there are rainforests, as you have been already told, similarly there are wild animals. Okay, and the ecosystem is very balanced there. Okay, humans and animals stay together and share the universe, or you can say share their piece of earth. Understood? Coorg is famous for coffee plantations, rainforests and spices, as I have already told you. Okay, then we can see it is written here that it becomes very problematic for the visitors or the tourists to enjoy the scenic beauty of Coorg during the monsoon, because heavy rainfalls occur, and then visitors are normally allowed, or visitors can enjoy or stay in Coorg only from September to March, because during this period the weather is very moderate and people can enjoy. Okay, so in the next paragraph we are told about the origin of the people of Coorg. Okay, it is said that these people, or the inhabitants of Coorg, were known as the Koravos. They are the descendants of Greeks or Arabs. Okay, many stories goes around regarding their origin, but according to one story, it is said that these inhabitants of Kurgs or the Koravos are Alexander's armies, okay, who came along the coast but never returned because returning was impossible for them or it was impractical. Okay, instead of returning, settling down in this coast was better for them. After settling down in this coast, they married with the locals, and then after marriage, what happens? If two cultures marry together, their cultures, religions, traditions, practices, everything merges together. Okay, so similar thing happened here, that the culture of these descendants of Greeks or Arabs and the culture of the locals merged together. Their martial art, their culture, their tradition, everything merged together and form a new, we can say, a new culture or a new tradition, and they are termed, or they are known later on as Koravos. And this story of their Arabic origin also gets supported by their dress. The dress worn by the Koravos are long black gowns, okay, or black coats, long black coats, and an embroidered waist belt. Understood? And this dress, known as the kupia, resembles the kufia worn by the Arabs. Understood? Look at the picture. This is the dress worn by the Koravos, the kupia, and then this is the dress worn by the Kurds. Okay, and we all know the Arabic dress, so we can say the dress of the Koravos is an amalgamation of the Arabic gown, okay, Arabic gown and the Kurds embroidered belt. Okay, so let's stop here today. Read the chapter at least till the part I have explained now, and the question answers that I've given you in the caption. Write these question answers and show it to me. Okay, thank you.